Hi guys, so welcome to the video. It's Jay, Ginger Ninja, and kicking off with some GBL Season 7. Copy and pasted this team off Rise to the Occasion, so just thought give it a go. Used it a little bit last season. Quite enjoyed using it. As you saw at the beginning there, some funny moments there with the odd gun shot. So good lead here, won the lead hard, switched out, and then I think they just give up. So it's a nice start. I went on a 14 game win streak with this team, so it works. I mean, obviously it's only low levels at the moment, but I quite enjoy it. Use Crest as your safe switch. And then Scam tends to be a closer. I am sort of learning how to use a team. I need to look into it a bit more. But essentially, like, you switch out if you haven't sort of hard won the lead, is the premise, I think. Into Crest, you sort of want to draw their steel type out. But it's amazing how well Crest does against steel, to be fair, like that. With the grass knot just chunking away, and then you find a lot of like G-Fisks will just like constantly like try and rock slide you and just fail essentially. Even with Bastiodon, a lot of the Bastiodons I came across tend to try and like smack you down as much as they can, and then they'll throw a move, but by that point you've just got off so many grass knots that it's pretty irrelevant. But anyway, let's get straight into it. The screenshots at the beginning, unfortunately there's not much gunk shot going on in these two sets. That was like the first couple. I didn't record them just because it was like first day you sort of face a lot of random stuff like Peck Altaria and stuff like that, so I thought forget from rank 5 up. I guess that's where you sort of start getting, at this early part of the season, you start getting like people that actually play PvP, so I thought the battles would be a bit more worth recording. So anyway, let's see what happens here. This was just mad, I didn't know what to do here. Shadow Aerodactyl, like, well in. Like, spicy as fuck. So I'm just going to stay in and go straight Night Slash. Sort of, again, it's pretty even. I was hoping to get the boost, wasn't happening. Although, don't know, like, there you go, got it there. Do get the boost quite a bit. So this is fine. So Deoxys is just going to throw Rock Slide at me, which is again fine, because there's not stab or anything, and Deoxys' attack so low. I'm just sort of farming up a bit extra. Got the police in the background, don't know if you can hear that, but we are in Liverpool, so anyway. So they shield, which is great for me. One of the things with like Cress and the likes of like Deoxys, I feel like the reason why it's such a good safe swap is because you don't really need to shield. Like, you can fire off moves and chunk away, and sort of you can either take back the shield advantage, like even if you're losing the switch, but that's fine. So I chose to come in and just farm down with Skarmory. Feeling like with energy on both of them I should be able to deal with whatever's in the back. It's a Venusaur, so happy days. I had no idea what they were going to have in the back, to be honest, but I figured if it was like an Azumarill I could have got a Sky Attack and a Brave Bird off there, so I did them fine. Perfect lead. Let's see what they do. So they switch out trying to catch the move into a Bastiodon. So it's like, oh right, okay. I'll just day in. So that's exactly what I do. There's no point in me switching out here. I've got Skarmy and Cress if I'm in the back, both pretty tanky. You use both shields, which is great. So I'm probably gonna throw and save my shield because gotta be gotta be safe. In comes the Azu. So I'm presuming it was a miss switch on their part. In comes the gun shot. And you don't see how much it did because they switched out, which is annoying. How rude. But they were probably trying to switch out to catch it, to be fair. But yeah, this is pretty much a GG. This foul play isn't going to kill me. And I'm going to get to the move before they get to theirs. So, this is the first time I'll properly running Cress with Grassnot. I have got the Grassnot one, my Elite TM this, just because the IVs on it are alright. From a trade. Because I was just running Ruin Blast and Future Sight. One of them. Whatever the psychic move is. I think it's Future Sight. On it. But Grassnot does seem to have a bit more play in the Great League, especially with all the water types on the go. So Whiscash lead. So I'm staying in, but I'm wondering again, like as I'm watching it back and as I was playing, I'm sort of thinking, do I switch out into Cress? Water Pulse. Like I counted that they only got to 7 mud shots, so I was like, well, I know this isn't a blizzard, so I'm not going to shield, but Water Pulse is pretty interesting. And then I was like, I don't know the count for Water Pulse, so I'm just going to shield. It's a mud bomb, unfortunately. But I can counter down and then hit whatever comes in, which is a Venusaur, which is fine. Going for the gunk shot. Be rude not to. It'd be even ruder to shield. Oh yeah. So then he's got a 2 shielded Shadow Sizor. And to be fair, at this point I was sort of like, ah shit. This I mean, if you get the boost or 2, yeah, I could be screwed. So shield up, even though I know he hasn't got the boost, but I'm just like, I'm gonna do what I can. I'm gonna switch up to catch a move. So I've saved the move on Skarmory. I'm gonna get to a move on Cress, so just sort of like making sure that I had the game. I mean, yeah, if he got a boost, I'd have been done there. Like Shadow Sizer as a closer, who would thunk it? I mean, I've tried using it myself, but I've always used it as a lead. But might be one for me to look into. So yeah, that's a nice little 5-0 there. Didn't half have a weird glitch as well. I got a Galvantula. It took me like 10 minutes to catch it. Kept running. I was just like, it's part of the bloody GBL rewards. Can't run. But I just kept running. I was reloading my game. Throwing berries at it. Just kept running on me. Took about 10 minutes, and then finally it was just like, oh yeah, you're supposed to be able to catch me. So great lead and a great switch. I mean, I remember this one. Obviously I didn't shield there because it was Power Up Punch, and this is another Power Up Punch. So again, I'm not shielding, I'm sort of like, it's an interesting way of going about it. Don't get it wrong, like the counters surprisingly add up, even though they're resisted. But after a couple of, obviously, the Power Punches. But then he doesn't even bother to shield, brings back in his Stunfisk, but this is fine. I'm completely fine with this matchup. Like, the grass knot chunks. So, I think they've built to Earthquake, but I'll probably call their bait or let it go. But either way, it doesn't really matter. I get another grass knot off. And then clutch, they're trying to mud shot me down, which to be fair, they've pretty much got to commit to. So then they shield. I can bring in Obstagoon. Shield up whatever the move is. They swap into Galvantula, which ain't good. Obviously lunge does super effective to Obstagoon, and discharge pretty much destroys Skarmory, so here switch out to catch the lunge. Risky like, but I thought it's just I wanted to save a move on Obstead just in case, because obviously still got energy on G-Fisk. I believe he undercharged that. Pretty sure it should have taken me out. But then that means I'm just able to come back in with Obstagoon. Oh, finish the job. It's just a rock slide, so it's fine. GG's. Pretty close. Squeaky bomb time. Okay, perfect lead. Let's see what they're going to do. So they swap out into Skarmory, which is fine. Like, means that I pretty much can just stay in because, well, for now, I need to decide what I want to deal with the Hypno. So then I swap into my Skarmory because they didn't shield. I just figured it's probably my weakest against the Shadow Hypno, because most of them are going to be running Thunder Punch, Fire Punch, or like at least one of them. Brave Birds, that's fine, it means I can just farm them down. And I've got a move ready for whatever comes in, which is a Bastiodon, so good job that I took my Obstagoon out there, because it pretty much just means now I can just sweep with Obsta. Ideally get a boost as well, of course. Yeah. Put a nail in the coffin. So they swap out into Hypno. They don't sneak a Confusion in, which is always good. Get the attack boost. And this game is done. Literally, there's no point in them even staying in. Get to another 9 flash before they can get to a move. Takes them out. I mean, touch wood, and luckily, what I think I'm up to about, yeah, I've done all my battles now, so I've done all 50 battles since the season started, and I haven't seen a single charm hole or a single grass hole, which is quite nice, but no doubt it will happen at some point. So Shadow Politoed, didn't know this matchup at all. They unfortunately got through an extra mud shot, but I get through a counter back, so it's not too bad. Shield here just because there's nobody who's going to throw at me. Turned out to be a Hydro Pump, so bloody good job I shielded. Hydro Pump is not what I'd have expected there. Blizzard, Earthquake, or just a Weather Ball, like. But no, they've gone with the Hydro Pump, which is fair enough. At least it's stab, I guess. But didn't save him well there. And then he's gone pretty spicy. He's got a Bronzong in the back. which I do love. Love a bit of the Bronzong, but it's just not. Doesn't really have a place in GBL, unfortunately, just because of like it's not really a counter to flying, even though it's steel. So many dark types around, like, and G-Fisk as well, like, so. Right, let's see. Obscuring into a lowland Ninetales, not a great lead. Throw a counter and then dip. Just sort of checking if it was Charm or Powers now. So choose to go into Crest because it's Powers now. I probably would have gone into Crest no matter what, to be honest. So through the Moonblast, which goes unshielded, which is fine. They've snuck in a part of the snow, but not really too bothered now. I'm just looking at pressure and shields. I'm not going to shield. And I don't get to this, I don't think. I would do, bloody hell. Pretty clutch. They don't shield, so I've not shielded and one switch, which is perfect, and now I've got it lined up. Can't really have it lined up much better than that, to be fair. I'm shielding just in case it's like a close combat or whatever, but turns out that didn't matter. And yeah, G-Fisk Bastion is pretty straightforward now. Gonna double Brave Bird. Hope they time their Rock Slide to perfection there before I can get to my second Brave Bird, but it doesn't matter. Gonna shield this, no matter what. I've got too much health, I've got too much energy, so. Well, I'm pretty confident an Earthquake doesn't KO me from there. Might be close though. Another GG's, so yeah, it was a nice little run. So, the god Petrus. Let's see that, lad. Hops that into Honchcrow. Bloody hell. Mandibus. I wish it was Actually, do I? Don't know. Hits like a freaking truck. Didn't have to worry about this matchup really. Obviously, I know the counters are neutral, but they're not stab, so it's like, I resist all the dark and ghost attack, so I know he's just going to go straight to Aerial Ace. Unfortunately, let a snarl through there. Tried to bait. Never bait. Why? Like, never bait. Didn't get the boost, so he's pretty much like, well, I'm not going to shield. Tanks that gunk shot. Like, that's ridiculous. Like, I'm just going to try and match shield and hope I can counter down, which I do, which is good for me, so I've won the lead, and then I can just hard counter now, hopefully. So he's staying in with this Shadow Venusaur scene, quite a few of these. But there's not really anything you can do. Gonna throw before he gets to another one, just cause do me in. So obviously it's Skarmory, but this is pretty much done. Throw the Brave Bird shield, but for whatever reason here I stay in. Should have definitely just switched out. Just don't even know. I mean, it was very late at night. It's nearly 1 o'clock in the morning. But yeah, in comes Grass. I've got 2 shields there, one. But this gets scarily close with the Hydro Cannon spam. At one point I was sort of thinking, oops. But I'm just going to charge up to back-to-back Grass Knots essentially, so. And unfortunately for them, they can't get to another Hydra, can they? There goes the first one. And then the second. So yeah. So another GG is there. So yeah, I got a couple more wins after this set. Then I had a couple of dodgy sets, but not too catastrophic. So yeah, hope you enjoyed the video, guys, and like, subscribe, all that jazz. Catch you in the next one.